Hello, everybody. It's November 2024. This is Gary Matheny. And it is Thanksgiving week, a time to be thankful for all the good things that God has done for us, which are very numerous and varied, almost uncountable, like the sand on the seashore. Well, I'm going to continue the questionnaire that my daughter has asked as it relates to preparing something for my granddaughter, something to remember me by. In some respects, that sounds ominous because I'm still alive and I'm still kicking, and I plan to be around a whole lot longer than my years. Well, today's question is, what is your favorite holiday meal? What is my favorite holiday meal? Well, it's really a no-brainer in many respects. It's Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. I love the fact that it comes and it goes one day. It's all about eating good food and being with family and watching football games on television and maybe dragging out an old movie like Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. Do something that's Thanksgiving themed, because when we're thankful, it changes the attitude of our heart. We're not so resentful, we're not so hateful, we're not so vengeful, but we're thankful. Our heart gives thanks to God, and gives thanks to the many kind and generous people in this world that help us make it along the way. I don't know what I would have done without people to help me along the way. Some people don't even know they helped me, but it could have been a very simple thing, like a remark, "We really appreciate you," or "It's good to see you." Because sometimes the little things, the pat on the back, the thankfulness associated with kindness far outstrips any other benefit. You know, I've said this before, I would love to have the sermon that somehow blends together free will and the sovereignty of God, the free will of man and the sovereignty of God. I don't have that sermon. But I tell you what I need more, in my opinion, is somebody to come along and say, "Hey, Gary, we're with you." And so basically, Thanksgiving is my favorite meal. So let's take in terms of, obviously, the turkey. The turkey is really, really important. And so having the turkey on Thanksgiving Day is incomparable. I know that some families have ham. I actually, on any other given day, if you asked me to choose between turkey and ham, I'd probably say ham. But on Thanksgiving Day, it's about the turkey, man. And then my favorite desserts is pies. Anytime that I have a choice between cake or pie, I will choose pie. And that's any place, anywhere, almost any pie or any cake. I can't think of any pie that I don't like. I remember last Thanksgiving, I had something called the Kentucky Derby pecan pie, which is pecan pie with chocolate and a little bit of bourbon. I liked it. Can't say everybody in my family liked it, but it was good. And maybe it was good for me, or to me, because it was pie. So we got to have pie at Thanksgiving. There's no other substitute, no other replacement. And then we also have the specialty dish. And the specialty dish can have a great deal of sentimental value. And in my family, we call it the green slime. And it is some type of creamed jello. But it goes all the way back to the 1980s. My Aunt Margie And it probably even predates that. I just don't specifically remember it. But my Aunt Margie would make this green slime, and it would be one of the side dishes that we would eat on Thanksgiving Day. And year after year after year, we would have green slime, sometimes only once a year on Thanksgiving Day. And then when she passed away, my mother took it up, and then my sister Irene took it up. And so every Thanksgiving, even after my sister moved to Florida, now my wife has took it up or taken it up. And so basically, the green slime is the family specialty for Thanksgiving. And like I said, it's a cream jello. And I suggest that if your family has not already done so, choose a dish, a Thanksgiving dish, no matter what it may be, make it special, and say, this is part of our family tradition. Every year, throughout generations, we will have this dish. Another thing great about Thanksgiving is the football. I actually enjoyed the football on Thanksgiving more back in the 70s and 80s and into the 90s, because football on Thanksgiving Day was college football. And for years, they would schedule Oklahoma versus Nebraska. And many years, they were the two best teams in the country. And some of those years, there wasn't even any team close. It was Nebraska and Oklahoma. And you would watch that on the afternoon of Thanksgiving, and they had some barn burner football games. It was a push and pull, exciting college football, and I loved it. Well, over recent years, the Detroit Lions play every Thanksgiving afternoon. Sometimes they play the Dallas Cowboys, and sometimes they play the Dallas Cowboys. And up until a few years ago, the games weren't really entertaining because Detroit wasn't very good. And now they're really good. And so maybe Thanksgiving afternoon, watching the Detroit Lions will be an exciting event, but I doubt in my life it'll ever surpass the Nebraska-Oklahoma games back in the 70s and 80s. So there is a second place here, and it goes to the whole idea of something special. And if I emphasize anything regarding this particular conversation, I encourage you to come up with something special, because there is something special on Christmas morning celebrated by the Matheny's when my dad was even a boy. And so he was born in the 1920s. And so this family tradition either formed in the 1920s or the 1930s. Could have been, I guess, in the 1940s. I don't know, but I would say 1930s. And the family tradition was that on Christmas morning, we would have eggs and bacon, and on top of the egg, which was over easy, you would have a slice of cheese. So a slice of melted cheese over an egg. And that's an indication of the type of background that my family had, that it was working class 100%. And basically, people worked, people had a good work ethic, they worked hard at their job, and they got by. They were able to buy a home, pay off their mortgage, raise their family, and in retirement at least have some semblance of comfort. And so the Matheny's, who started out very poor in northeast Arkansas, in Corning, Arkansas, from all indications they were a sharecropper family. And basically, to make Christmas special, they took a slice of cheese, melted cheese, and put it on top of a fried egg. And that made Christmas special. So, make your holiday special. Do something. Start something. Start doing something that makes your holiday special, that it brings the family together and gives the family an opportunity to talk about things that happened years past, because every Christmas or every Thanksgiving, for instance, the green slime, we will comment, oh, there's the green slime. Oh, we haven't had it in a year. And that particular day, the green slime tastes wonderful. I hope everybody has a happy Thanksgiving and a happy holiday season. Thank you very much.